EGM Network.
This is Martha Matters. From real estate, healthcare, current events, taxes, or just about any topic, we're talking about it. Call us with any questions on just about any subject. Now, here she is, Martha!
Well, hi there. We have a very, very, very difficult situation for us with the weather. I think most of you across the country will laugh at us. We're freezing at 45 degrees, and you probably wish that you could get that high even by noontime. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I understand your lack of sympathy, but for us, it's very unusual. I brought up an interesting topic because we have our major holidays right around the corner. Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, even only a matter of a couple of weeks later, we even have Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. Any excuse for barbecues, for turkeys, for beef, for ham, these holidays ask for all of it. So I want to go over some important pointers with you, not to gain too much weight over the holidays, if any. It's certainly not a time to lose weight. I think you would be pretty depressed if that was a major goal right in the middle of the holidays. But I do think there are things that we can do to not gain weight. First of all, it's easier said than done. I'm the first to admit it. Eat in moderation. You can eat anything you want, everything you want, but in moderation. And the reason I say anything, even a sliver of pie, even one gingerbread cookie, if you deprive yourself of everything that you're used to having in the holidays, it's only going to increase your cravings, your desire, and the minute the holidays are over, you stuff yourself with everything you can because you're going to be miserable having to eliminate things. So the secret is don't eliminate, but eat in moderation. Also, you can help. I'm not talking about being an athlete. I'm talking about just simply walking before a meal, like around the block, or preferably and, not or, after the meal. You'll be surprised how much that helps your digestion as opposed to being a couch potato. You're going to feel stuffed, you're going to feel awkward, and you just walk around the block and you feel so much better, and it helps your digestion. Also, this is the biggest mistake most of us make, the all or nothing approach, which is wrong, dead wrong. Either, well, this is one day a year, I'm going to stuff myself, all bets are off. Or you can say, I'm going to deprive myself, no desserts, nothing. I'm going to eat a couple of salads while you eat the roast beef. That is wrong also. You will regret it the rest of your life, and even 20 years from now, you'll remember the time that you ate nothing but a salad. Please, don't deprive yourself of the joy that comes with these seasons or holidays. The entire season should be joyous.
You know what I find the most difficult thing, Martha, and you're exactly right, if you can rein yourself in and just do a little bit of this and that, is if people keep it offering you just have one cookie and you do it like 10 times during the season. It's the one cookie and it's the one dessert and the one this and one that actually comes and haunts me.
Yeah,
You know?
me too. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I grew up, I love gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
My parents, my grandparents, no Christmas was complete without gingerbread cookies. So to this day, for that week between Christmas and New Year's, I will eat one gingerbread cookie a day. And I feel really good, and I make it last. I take small bites. I have a heavy conversation with other people, and I don't even realize it took me maybe 20 minutes to eat the whole cookie rather than gobbling it down. The whole cookie, I mean. So things like that can be done, and I wish I could have a second cookie. And I just tell myself, well, look forward till tomorrow. You can have one more cookie. You're not totally depriving yourself as if you were in jail. And that is so important. And you stay joyous and happy because you aren't deprived of a single thing. And in terms of the meal, no matter what you cook, a ham, turkey, beef, a pot roast, whatever you choose that you enjoy, eat a moderate to light amount. What I do is I eat a very light amount as if I was fixing a plate for my grandson or something. And knowing I could go back for seconds, and with seconds, it still only adds up to one portion that you should have had in the very beginning. So you can trick yourself that way. It's not a time for losing weight, but by being sensible, you don't have to gain weight either. The New Year's resolutions of losing weight, which often fall apart in 90% of us, is after the major holidays. And for those people who did gain a few pounds during the holidays, they may lose the 5 pounds with a small diet, but they don't end up usually any lighter in weight or changing suit or dress sizes compared to before the holidays. So basically, the New Year's diet resolution really only at best gets rid of the excess. Unless you continue on the diet for 6 months or something, then that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. And the biggest secret is don't deprive yourself of what you crave during the holidays. Like in my case, I told you about the gingerbread cookie. One day I have a gingerbread man, the next day I have a gingerbread woman, only one of each, never both at the same time. and it works, and I stay happy, and I look forward to each day, not just because of that, but it avoids depression or sadness of any kind. And that brings up another major topic regarding your diet: stress. Oh, it's after Christmas. I have relatives coming in 2 days. I still need to buy them presents. And what should I get them? And worry about this and that. Try to avoid yourself of needless stress. Do whatever you want to do ahead of time, and if you don't have time for all of it, you can always give them cash, a check to buy what they want, and say that you're thinking of them and want them to buy exactly what they want, and put a beautiful, beautiful message in your Christmas card. Like this season, I feel a lot of kindness, love, and caring for everyone. Something significant, not just we love you or miss you. Anyone can write that. write something a little special and give them a check or cash. And that's a lot better than scurrying among the traffic the day after Christmas for the holiday, for the sales, I should say. And don't get involved in that. All you need is a little traffic skirmish or somebody yelling at you, and that ruins your whole day. Stay away from that. Just get done what you can ahead of time and everything else. And even if you're traveling, especially by plane, you're not in a position to carry a whole bunch of presents. All the Christmas cards for your relatives with a little cash is very much appreciated and understood when you can't go checking in and lugging all kinds of stuff to bring with you. It's just, don't make it stressful. Make it unstressful. Get on the plane, enjoy yourself, sit down, and don't worry about someone else taking your packages or where you put them all, or maybe I'm forgetting one. You don't need that kind of stress. So pack whatever you're going to pack and make it complete right in your carry-on or your one suitcase, whichever you take, and that be the end of it. You're not obligated to bring cookies, to bring cakes, to contribute to the Christmas Day buffet or anything. If you want to buy something after you're out there, you can, and they would fully understand. They don't expect you to go lugging food from one end to the other of your trip. Also, we've really got to look carefully at the food. If you're saying, well, I'm not eating too much, but we're having a ham and stuffing, don't put half of your plate holding stuffing and saying, well, I'm reducing the vegetables. I'm having one slice of ham instead of two. Don't be silly by making half your plate filling up on carbohydrates, which would be stuffing. I mean, it's hard. It's the most delicious thing, but I force myself to taste absolutely everything, a little bit. And when you go around the plate, believe it or not, you come back to saying, oh, I still want a little more stuffing. Well, you may not have room for a little more stuffing, especially with dessert coming around the corner or a fruit cup before dessert. So save room for all the courses. Don't go overboard on one item that is delicious. I had to force myself, believe it or not, during Thanksgiving, not to eat so much spaghetti squash. It is a vegetable. It's better than filling up on potatoes and gravy, but too much of anything is no good. Remember, moderation applies to low-calorie foods, high-calorie foods, different choices of foods. Use the word moderation on everything that you take when you eat. Now, I do have to say it's very, very hard not to go overboard on carbohydrates. And even those who may be diabetic or semi-diabetic or what have you, just have a little taste of everything. Be sure that you're not missing anything, and you can report on how delicious everything you tasted was, but keep the volume down. And if you say, oh, I've got to have a little more, take a little more home in a doggy bag and eat it the next day. and you're still getting a little more of what you love to eat without eating too much. I have to say, at least in my household, and I'm sure in yours, the biggest problem is men. They will never listen to a word I say. Hey, look, this is my day. I'm eating what I want. And that's all there is to it.
Who says that, Martha? You or the men?
The men.
Oh, the men say that? Because it's usually me that says that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I always go for the second piece of pie, and yeah, I do. I don't follow your advice, Martha. I'm ashamed to admit it.
Well, I have one big shocker that happened to me on Thanksgiving.
Okay, spill
Fresh Market was totally out of pumpkin pies on the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Sunday and Monday. I guess they don't make them locally. They only bake them locally or something. And evidently they didn't make enough of them.
Oh, sometimes they have like a central bakery and then they deliver them to the stores.
Yeah,
I
right.
think Publix does that. Shout out to Publix.
Yeah.
You should have went across the street to Publix at Miracle Mile, Martha. They had tons of them.
Yeah, they had. But we actually still have a Publix one that was given to us by a bank.
Really? I love pumpkin pie.
In the refrigerator.
Oh.
But my biggest disappointment, and I don't know what happened, I went to 2J's before going to Publix, so I bought a pumpkin pie from them. And I've never seen a grayish-brown pumpkin pie. There's nothing orange about it.
Oh, maybe it had some. Sometimes they do squash pies and some of the other ones. It may have been that.
I think that's what it was.
Because they taste almost the same.
Well, this wasn't almost the same.
No?
This tasted like all the ingredients of a pumpkin pie without the pumpkin.
Oh, well, so it's probably better for you then. That's your diet right there, Martha. You just didn't know it.
And I refused to take a picture of it with my camera. I wasn't going to say to my grandkids, this is a pumpkin pie, and and it was brown and gray.
But how did it taste? That's the most important part.
Tastes sort of bland.
Oh, all right.
It's
add whipped cream.
It may have been a white pumpkin,
Yeah.
or like you said,
Yeah.
it may have been a squash, but they are usually not as flavorful as all the abundance of orange pumpkins.
Yeah, that's true. I add a ton of spices to mine and then a big dollop of whipped cream, and it tastes good.
Oh, this is nuts. Well, we've got to take a break, but I have a few more tips for you. And like, if you remember nothing else before we take a break, it's that don't totally deprive yourself. The all or nothing approach is the worst thing you can do, both for your stomach, your digestion, your mental happiness. So if you don't remember anything else, remember that. The word is moderation, not all or nothing. We'll see you in just a couple of minutes. I want to introduce you to our main sponsor, Highland Plaza, located on US 1 on the east side of the Highland Drive traffic light. We even have our own left-hand turn lane. One of the places in there, the first one on the north side, is Easy Stop, and you will be surprised what competitive and beautiful prices they have. You should give it a shot. Also, Tony's Hairstyling Salon is ideal for the entire family at all ages. He and his wife have run a salon there for years with a huge following. Also, we want to tell you about La Taberna Restaurant. It has the freshest Mexican food in town and a well-experienced chef. You will be most surprised not only by the food, but the reasonable prices. Also, I want to tell you about the nail salon. It's Luxury Nails. Let me tell you, they do everything, both for walk-in clients and appointments. Appointments are really appreciated, but they treat all clients professionally. Now, I want to repeat to you, this is located on US 1, just east of Highland Drive at the traffic light. It's a beautiful yellow building with a maroon awning. We look forward to seeing you there. Come on over.
Right now at Sunshine Furniture, it's holiday sale time. You can save up to 50% on selected groups of indoor and outdoor furniture from Lloyd Flanders, Telescope, Windward, Capri, Seawinds, Universal, Lexington, and lots more. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, patio groups, occasional chairs, dining and bedroom sets, all on sale just in time to make Santa say ho, ho, ho. We have the largest selection of coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast, including a gallery of Berlin Garden, Pollywood, Hooker, Tommy Bahama, and Lexington. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half off. And don't forget to visit our outlet in the sales store just across the street from our main location with lots of new closeout and markdown pieces. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com. Come in now for our holiday half-price sale.
Sunshine Furniture.
Happy holidays. Let Evergreen Media get your business on everybody's shopping list. Hire Evergreen Media to place advertising on streaming TV, radio, even social media. Contact Evergreen Media at egreenmedia.com.
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Well, hi there. Welcome back. I bet a few of you went to get something to eat or drink while you listen to the rest of the podcast. That's fine, but always remember the word moderation. Now, there are a few things, and I feel very strong about. You have a piece of pie, just one, a medium-sized piece, let's face it. No one's going to have a sliver if the pie is really good. And so a medium to small piece, there's nothing wrong as long as you don't eat more than that. If you go ahead and put the whipped cream on top, you can put a cherry too. That's not going to make a big difference. But the only reason I say that, I don't want you feeling deprived in any single way, or eating in moderation will not work. You'll just lose control, and that will be the end of it. So if you want a piece of delicious homemade pumpkin pie with some whipped cream on top, go ahead. But just don't go for the second piece. Don't go for a piece 10 o'clock at night. Well, I only had one piece with dinner, and this is my second piece at 10 at night. That is no good. It's been a long time ago. I should have brought it up more recently, but the timing of when you eat, and don't eat so much at night, especially after 8. If you could eat nothing after 8, your diet will be on track. So timing is important. Don't snitch. And I want to wish you all happy shopping and good luck with everything, and stay safe.